Hey guys, Usa here. Welcome back to my channel. So, I got a question, basically asking, am I going out on a date? I look, really nice. Do I have a date tonight? And I had responded by just simply saying, no, I've kind of given up on love. And, she had asked, am I going to make a video about it? And I was like, I had been thinking of making a video about it because I was just like, something I want to share, but I also didn't have the language as far as how I would like to express myself, because I don't want to come across as angry. I don't want to come across as bitter or upset or anything like that, because in reality I'm not. I just came to the realization that I'm 42 years old and I'm happy. I have peace in my life, and that's all I ever wanted. So to add someone to that who could possibly disrupt my life, and I won't lie, like a lot of my relationships have been very disruptive to my life. I feel like there are a lot of men who just want to give bare minimum effort and receive like maximum, basically drain you of everything that you have to offer, and I don't have the energy for that anymore. And I'm not sure that I ever did. I just pretty much tolerated a lot of BS because I thought I needed to have a man in my life. We're all sold that propaganda that you are going to fall in love, get married, have kids, and that's the end all be all. You're not someone until you have that. And I'm just to a point in my life now where I don't share those sentiments. I think a lot of it was driven because I wanted to be a mom so badly. That's all I thought of and all I really cared about. I was simply seeking marriage so that I can have kids. And that didn't happen for me, So my last relationship literally was one of the worst relationships I have ever encountered in my life. And I'm saying this, and I don't want to judge all Nigerian men, but Nigerian men are a whole different other beast. Literally everything you do, everything you say is disrespectful. You breathing is disrespectful. You not serving them the way that they want to be served is disrespectful. And though I love my people, I am Nigerian. I was born here, first generation born here. We have a huge problem. We have a big problem in our culture. The way things are set up, if the man is happy, he believes everyone else is happy, and could care less about your feelings, could care less about what's happening in the household, what's going on, like literally could care less. And when I started asking questions, when I started putting myself first, that became a problem. If you don't know my story, I was deathly ill during my pregnancy with hyperemesis gravidium, and I won't say exactly what he said, but just know that people who think women that have hyperemesis gravidium, who are fighting for their lives and fighting for their child lives, if you think people are faking to get attention, you are sadly mistaken. And I'll leave it there, because one day my son is gonna grow up and see some of my YouTube videos, and I don't want him to see me disparaging his father online. But what I will say is that relationship taught me a lot about myself. The breakup taught me a lot about myself. I realized how strong I was. I realized that every turn you know, the shame, the what are people going to think of me if I leave? All of those things cross my mind. You know, I am someone who is smart, educated, successful, and here I am about to, you know, I used to think in my mind, here I am about to become a single mom, right? And the funny thing is, I'm trying to choose my words wisely. I'm trying to think things through as far as what I would like to share on the internet. But I think, you know, the older I get, the more I realize, one, you can become a single mother at any stage of your life. You can be married, then get divorced, and you are a single mother. So what I find quite interesting is the shaming online of single mothers, the shaming online of single Black mothers, especially by Black men, when you guys are the number one group that are creating single mothers. So I find it extremely hypocritical and extremely ironic that you guys are getting these platforms and disparaging Black women. But the gag is, we are now realizing, a lot of us are now realizing that we don't really need to be out here. We don't need to be out here. So that is where I am. I have completely decentered men from my life, and I could not be more happy. So when they say you're gonna hit a wall and you're gonna get cats and you're gonna get all these things, I just laugh, because I really don't think that they get how happy women are to be single, how happy women are to just live their life in peace without someone terrorizing them, without someone trying to cut them down to size because they feel inadequate. And that has been my experience with dating, is having a man in my life who wants to cut me down and make me feel less than because he feels less than. So yeah, I've just made the decision that from, you know, and I've been doing this for quite some time now, that I don't even remember when I started, but it was just like, yeah, I'm good. I am absolutely good. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm moving forward. I look good for myself. I no longer look good for the male gaze. I no longer take care of myself because I'm hoping that I'm going to somehow one day meet Prince Charming. You know, I've let that dream go. I had to let that go. It was actually causing a lot of anxiety for me, wondering, where is he? Wondering, when is it gonna ever happen for me, right? I'm sure a lot of women have been there before, but it's nice to finally be in a space of, I'm 42 years old, I have a child, I make my own money, I'm doing very well, I own my own business, I have a car, I have all the things that I feel like at my big age I should have. And I will never, ever date for potential, ever again. I will never date because he's nice. I will never, ever date for, I'm running out of time. Never. So, not that I'm looking, but what I'll say is, if a wonderful guy came along and he enhanced my life, you know, if he was able to enhance my life, I consider it. Other than that, nope, I'm good. We could be friends, we can hang out here and there, but I don't want any expectation of sex. I don't want any expectation of you feeling like you own me in any way. I don't want that. And it took me a long time to finally get to this place of realizing that I don't want that. and being okay with it. If you are Nigerian and you're watching this video, you know exactly how I feel, how the culture makes you feel, that if you are a woman who is in her 40s, in her 30s, hell, if you're past 28 in the Nigerian culture and you're not married, something is wrong with you. And it's such a crappy way to make women feel, especially when you're not raising your sons to be good husbands and good people. And yeah, I like I said, I wasn't really sure of how I wanted to make this video, because I don't want it to come across like I'm upset or something's going on or I've lost my way. I really haven't. I really haven't. And I'm content. I feel like at peace with where I am. So I think men and women are, not everybody, but I'll say a lot of men and women are drifting in different directions. I feel like women are evolving at a faster pace than men. And it's unfortunate that they have no desire to catch up, to be better human beings. They're looking for essentially like indentured servants, dare I say slaves, to take care of them, because it's all about them and their needs. They could care less about your needs. And I'm tired, I'm tired of that cycle. So yeah, I feel like since I've started doing this, I've really just mastered taking care of myself, picked up other hobbies, trying to get my business off the ground. All of these things, taking care of my son, all of these things take up my time and take up my energy. And instead of me being on this wild roller coaster of, is he gonna be faithful? Is he telling the truth? Is he a good person? Is he an abuser? Is he an abuser? Is he, using me for my money? Pouring energy into building this person up, I don't want to deal with that. So I just decided to give up on love. And if one day God blesses me with a wonderful guy who comes into my life and it's like crystal clear, I'll be open to it. I won't, completely shut him down and turn him away, but he will have to enhance my life in some way. Because you can't come into my life and just completely disrupt my life and turn it upside down, and I don't want to compete with my man. I just don't, and inferior men, instead of competing with other men, they want to compete with women. And it's sickening, when they are not getting their way, then they start with the psychological abuse, and start tearing you down, and start making you feel like you're less than, not giving you affection, when they know that you need it, right? Not supporting you when they know that you need it, so it's like, I've finally figured out this thing that I've always just wanted to just be happy in my life. And I thought I was going to get that from another person. And that was my first mistake. So when I realized that, oh, this thing is going to come from me, I couldn't be more happy. And the interesting thing is, the more I say I decenter men, don't want to have men, like all of a sudden I'm getting approached by all of these guys and, people that I went to college with who are interested are, showing that they're interested. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't know. I guess my energy is different. I've never been had this much confidence in my life. Where I am today, right now, like how I've worked on myself, how I evolved, I haven't had this I've never had this amount of confidence. Working on my appearance, working on my hair, getting my nails done, taking care of myself. And that is the person that I want to be. You know, that is the person that I want to continue to evolve into. And I will never, and I say this with my chest, I will never allow for a man who is beneath me to ever come into my life and cut me down. So if you are a younger woman watching this, don't ever date for potential. It is a disaster. It is a disaster. He will hate you for it. He will hate you. He will hate the fact that you're dating him for potential, that he knows himself that he's not good enough, you know. And I would never make that mistake again. And quiet as is kept, I would never go back into my 20s. I would never want to go back into my 20s. I would never want to go back into my 30s. 40s are a whole nother, you're in a whole nother realm. So don't let these men tell you that you're going to hit the wall or you're going to age like milk or whatever it is. No, sir. Women get better with age. And anyone who's telling you that they're telling you that because they want to break your spirit, break your soul, and make you feel like you have nothing because you're not married. And my response to that is no. I have everything that I want, everything that I desire, and then some. And I've provided it for myself. So, I know how great of a person I am. So it's not even a if, it's a when, right? Eventually, I mean, just by numbers, right? You'll meet someone who you can decide to say, okay, this is somebody I would potentially move forward with. But it's not going to be from a place of desperation. It's not going to be from a place of, you know, I have to do this right now. I will never operate from that space again, you know. So yes, I'm grateful for every experience I've had. And those experiences have led me to this point right here, you know, which is someone who truly desires to get to know herself, truly desires to excel at life. And that's it. So this is a long-winded way of me just saying, I've given up on love, but I haven't given up on myself. All right, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.